That's the chaos of Jameson and I running into each other. So they're picking up, man.
They're in this tiny little pocket in the middle of this whitewater.
Yeah.
Right where you caught that one, I mean, there was a big blow while the chaos was going on when you caught one.
Yep. Hey folks. I am in the mountains somewhere in Virginia. And I got a river down there. And I'm meeting my buddy Jameson. He's gonna join me. I don't think this really shows the steepness that is, but yeah, there's some water down there. What I'm doing now is the legwork of driving around. I've looked at all sorts of different, let's see if I can set this up here. All sorts of different access points on, I don't know that they're access points. That's just it. We use, see the Onyx, we use that. We use Google Maps. We use state agency websites. I will teach the process though. The process, actually started this morning. I sat in a hotel room and I made this list, and I'll just show you real quick of, we're putting in at this place to this road is 1.1 mile. Further down, such and such a road on right, tight to road 3.2 miles. And I write private thin strips of land. At 4.4 miles is head of island, house with green roof on the right. At 5.6 miles, there's a suspension bridge. At 6.1, another suspension bridge at 6.8 miles. So I've measured all of the different landmarks. If we put in at the one, there is a public ramp, but it's like 20 some miles until the next. I don't even think it's a public ramp. It's just a bridge. I'm doing the legwork. So I'm not finding much in the way of any access, any way to get to the river other than the first public launch. And I think I'm probably 4 or 5 miles below it. I ran past somebody picking up hay in a field right next to the river. I'm gonna see if I can barter. Hey, I'll give you a hand. It's a hot day. Help you pick up those bales if you let us park our vehicles here and camp along the river and have access to it. I've turned around, I've come back. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. I can see the bales there. He's got a ways to go. This is a whole field of square bales and tractor and the balers right around the corner. I've been sitting here 20 minutes. When I went past and then turned around, there was someone there. And I guess they either are hanging out down by the river, which I'm not gonna go in there and find out. I'm not gonna go onto their property to ask them, but I figure with the truck right there, I could wave someone down. They might have taken a, here comes a vehicle. All right, I got my answer. Not the one I wanted. Nice guy, but they're leasing that. So it's not his property. I will keep looking. All right, got one. We'll go take a look. Of course, when you see this much trash, needs to be cleaned up. I will do that for sure, but here's our path. You know, well worn and easy used. There's the river. Yeah, I mean, this isn't a totally easy spot, but it's not posted. Clearly they're not policing whether people are using it or not and trashing it, which there's trash all through here. You do need to be careful what you pick up, because sometimes that napkin has poop stains on it. Pretty good haul here. Get that chair to a dumpster. You want to see the saddest thing ever though? So this is a fishing rod for kids. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles youth fishing kit, right? Turtle Power. This is someone teaching their little person, their kid, the next generation. It's cool. You can just leave the trash right there on the riverside. It's just disheartening. Like, how do you fix that? The only way we fix, societal problems like littering is that we get the next generation to do it right, and that was wrong. All right, one of the access points that I wanted to check out was a campground. I had called this campground earlier in the week and they said we're booked. I popped in here to say, hey, can we access? And there's signs at the road saying there is no river access unless you're a registered camper. But I popped in. They had a cancellation. I got a tent site by the river. This is going to work out. $30 a night, and I think I'll be here for the weekend. So told Jameson to meet me here instead of doing the dispersed camping, which honestly I was looking forward to a little bit, but dispersed camping up at the wildlife management area. I still may do that on the way out. I don't know. We'll see. All right, I got the rooftop tent, the James Baroud down. Things are ready there for Jameson to show up. Throw all my gear in his vehicle, and we're gonna do, I think it's gonna be if my numbers are right, about a 10.3 mile float trip. We're gonna do the longer one today. Tomorrow we're gonna do the shorter one that ends here at the campground. And actually, right on time, there he is. Backing in. He's got his inflatable, and I'm gonna throw mine up there with his. Hi.
What's up? Just camera right in the face.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I should have expected.
Sweet.
So
yeah,
we'll end
your
here.
site
17?
Yes. So you're good right where you are.
Well, now we're going to be moving anyway.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this in person yet. Beaver tail, as I like to call it.
Long tail.
That's good.
Peregrine does 7.6 on flat water, but climbs white water quite well.
Peregrine beaver?
With the motor, but we're not going to do the motors.
No. Look at this thing.
Yeah. Boxes.
Yeah, I like that.
And rooftop tent.
Using those as the rails.
Yep.
Can I open? How's it locked?
Box extrusion. Here. That guy.
Black one?
Nope.
The one you were actually holding?
Yeah. See, I'm just as bad as you now. I did this with Jameson the whole way out to the West Coast. What is that?
That's how reduced I am.
Oh, man.
I separated the key fob so I don't have to carry all of them all the time.
Yeah. So,
Sweet.
This is all my sales samples, and my fishing stuff's on the other side.
This is sweet.
Yeah.
That's adjustable.
Yeah, and I think you can get multiples.
So just take this thing, build it bigger, and make it part of the trailer. You're done.
Well, yeah, it'll be modular, and it can go on trailers. So we're gonna do trailers too. Jameson's gonna be part of that design team.
Just make it long enough to put a rod in.
Well, when I go back on Tuesday, they're putting 2 rod tubes there and there.
Like under it?
And then this can be elevated to this level, and then I can slide the Pro Angler under it. We'll see. I think I'm asking a lot of this space.
You could do longer bars and fit rod locker on one side or the other too, up top if you needed to save room in here. Do you know what I mean?
That's brilliant.
That's so smart. No, you've got, as long as you're 8 foot, you know, you can come out. Come out long.
You come out to your mirrors, right?
You come out past them, technically, because it's 8.5 feet is legal.
Yeah.
Your mirrors are nowhere near 8 feet.
Huh.
But you could easily come out. I mean, think about it. That's 78 inch. You can do 78 inch low bars.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could do that, and then if you only needed one, you could slide it over, but you could probably fit 2. One each side if you were out here. Just a thought.
Okay.
I mean, it looks cleaner like that, but you just don't have as much storage.
Yeah, we design clean, just mostly because of Chad, but I don't do clean.
Well, you need functionality. It'll still look good if you have the rod lockers up there.
Yeah.
But that'll give you the function you need. Yeah, it's this is a lot of distance, and I don't have a step stool, so. Oh, you got a ladder. We may need that.
Yeah.
That's smart.
All right. Let's load them up.
All right, I think the first
find
thing,
some
I'll
smallmouth.
loosen mine and move it over. So I'm gonna steal your ladder.
Okay. All right, we got both boats up. How'd that go?
I mean, it's a little high,
A little tall.
a little vertically challenged.
You used my ladder.
It did. Scratched my truck with it. It's cool.
Did you?
Does it look like it matters? There's like.
Here's our takeout. This is a place I cleaned up. Looks like I missed a fork.
And some.
There's a fork in the road.
There's a bolt.
That didn't fall off your truck, did it?
I don't know. The way things have been going with my truck, very possible.
I know these are mine, but yours are under it. My legs are. There's no treble hooks, are there?
Mine can go inside the camper. I have a place designated for that. However, last night, I'm in a hurry and don't feel like climbing them to put them up. Just threw them in the front seat.
He needs a Rod Pro. We got things unloaded. We'll go over boats here in a second, but don't leave my ladder.
I'm gonna put it in the back.
All right, before we go over each of our setups, I feel the need to apologize in advance for what we're about to do.
So I'm gonna be cussing you at some point, either under breath or out loud.
You may not fish with me again. Is our friendship strong enough to survive today?
We'll find out.
Okay.
Only one way to tell.
It's our ankles are probably gonna bleed. I did bring a little Neosporin. Anyways, let's get in. You set up this nice lightweight rig. Show me what you got.
Yeah, well, so this is a work in progress, I guess would be to say. It's the CUDA 126. Yep. Which only weighs like 35 pounds.
Okay.
But yeah, I put the Yak Attack mounts on all the pads that it comes with. It didn't come with the mounts, but it did come with the pads. So got the mounts, the little Mighty Mount XLs or Mighty Mount. What are these called? I don't remember.
Switch pad.
Switch pad, Mighty Mount switch pads.
Yep.
Put those in the 5 locations.
I'm curious about that.
Yeah, this is the short stack, which I kind of am using it the way it was unintended, which is as a standalone piece. But you know, you don't have storage on inflatables typically, so I just wanted a junk box. Got my K-pump, patch kit.
You get your sandwich box
Got
there.
my sandwich in there, strapped to pull the boat around, some extra tackle.
See, so Jameson has a sandwich, and I have like an overstuffed like grocery bag.
Yeah, he's got a ton of stuff.
Like it's buried in there, but it's full. Like
it is full.
If you run out of food, I got you, bud. We got everything.
I did eat on the way, so there's that.
We're gonna eat constantly.
The seat's pretty normal. Couple of mega.
I mean, seat's normal. You got a custom road trip angler kayak cushion.
That is true. So it's not normal. It's customized. It is the seat that comes with the boat, but we did add the kayak cushion. Thanks to those guys for hooking that up. Gotta have a place for the water, so I used a 90-degree adapter and some track and got that mounted on there.
Nice.
So everything's on the black pack, or in this case the orange pack.
Orange pack.
Got all my tackle
13, 16
inside, more than I will ever need for this trip. And then I like to have this just for some extra stuff.
Yep.
My leader material and some extra buzz baits.
Yep. You got one of them tied on there.
Yeah, I actually need to swap pretty much every lure except for that one.
I want to know if you're going to catch some tautog on this trip.
No, I think those are for the sheep's head that I was fishing for a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
But
cool. You got your measuring device there.
yes,
Perfect.
oh yeah, and the new I'm really bad with all the product names. That's the new rod stager from Yak Attack. One of them. There's a couple of options.
Nice.
But I just wanted to have a place to lay out some rods in front of me so that they weren't sticking up behind me.
It's, you know, it's like this thing. It keeps your rod tip up so that whatever you have dangling out there isn't hanging in the water.
Exactly.
So lots of different ways to do it, and that's my way of doing it. But
yeah, I like
it's weird.
I like the Boondocks one on the hard plastic boats.
Yeah.
And on this one, because
it's an
I
inflatable?
purposely
You can't do it on there.
No, that's not what I'm
because
saying.
it's
For me, this particular inflatable is my throw and go. I want it as light as possible, as easy to rig and de-rig as possible for different scenarios.
well,
You are replacing a hard
My going
boat.
light is just not bringing the motor. That's it. That's the only difference.
You're replacing your hard boat with an inflatable boat in this case, which is awesome.
All right, the key today to covering the 10 miles that we got, over 10 miles, is hopping out and dragging, I think. But I'd like it to be, hey, can we utilize these inflatables to stay in the boats and not hop out and drag as much? And right now, this far, I would be dragging a rotomolded boat. The 2 1/8 inch draft that these have is it's a huge advantage in doing this summertime low, just getting out where other people don't want to work as hard as it requires to do it with a rotomolded boat. I rub a little bit, but I kept moving through there instead of hopping out and dragging. So I'm gonna start out with the Chapo. I got chrome blackback. Per Alex Rhodes' recommendation, like he said, hey, if you can have a bright bluebird sky day, clear water, it's actually a decent option. A big old carp. So if there's a big carp in the pool, there's probably, that's a big catfish too, probably room for some big smallmouth. But yeah, Chapo to just go aggressive. See if you can aggravate that biggest fish. I do have these hooks that are by Savage Gear that have, I don't know if you can see that, the little loop there, that's braid, which should help with, I don't know, I'm just trying it. I know the Ryugi quads do really well with keeping fish buttons. There's a 16 incher. That's another probably 15, 16. We got good fish in here. It's just two of us in small water, and that was a bigger one. Cool. You had a follower on top water? I mean, we just went over like 4 or 5 that were between 15 and 17 right there. Alright, so we just went through a riffle there, and we're at the head of a nice long pool. So this is exactly what we're looking for. Get through the really skinny stuff and get to where you can see a long distance of unbroken water. Way down there, past Jameson, around the bend. We've been dragging down through skinny, rocky, a little bit of white water. Jameson got a big blow up in the white water, or actually right up in that pocket. I missed him on a buzzbait, but this may be our pattern, is that we just got to find white water today, because it's the only oxygenated water that these big fish want to be in and eat. Totally a dead stick while I was waiting to get through the next little spot. 100% dead stick on the Nico rig. Oh man, like it sat and sat and sat down here in the shade. Eventually we took it. So shade, some depth. Nothing is coming easy today. But yeah, it's my first smallmouth at 1:18 p.m. So I'll not lie, this is brutal on many levels. One, the physical exhaustion of this much dragging. Two, seeing all these big fish. I'm telling you, I've seen 4 fish that I know are 20 plus plus. A lot of 18s and 19s. They're not eating, man. I have 2 smallmouth. I don't know how many he has. Probably 3 or 4. A couple rock bass. We just need to come back out here at night. But that may not be a problem because we're probably gonna still be out here when it's dark. Pretty good? Nice.
My best one of the day.
You got him on the fluke?
Well, the streaks.
Streaks. There you go. So, drag through the skinny stuff, stop, cast down into the moving water without crashing it, right?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. All right. And I'm crashing it. Got one on the goat, or the billy goat, and I got some things to take care of here. Skipping it into the shade and moving down. Casting to boulder shade. Really had to let it linger and even get to the bottom for a second to get this guy to eat it.
You put that thing in the mouth?
No, I let him make sure he had it. It's my biggest of the day. It might even be like a 14-incher.
He attacked the crap out of it, I know that.
Yeah, he meant it. He threw my fluke, but I'm not that mad at him because I don't know. This is the first, first decent length fish I've caught all day. I think that either of us have. It's 4:21, so this 15 and a half. 15 and a half incher was our best one so far. We got out here, started floating at 10, so 7 hours. I don't know. All I'm saying is the evening bite better be really awesome. I don't know that it will be. Yeah. That was a nice one. All right, let me find another fluke. was on a total dead stick of the fluke at the end of one of these oxygenated glides.
That's a better one. Now look at you sliding in and getting the one that's on there. All right.
Yes. Didn't see any of the action, but that was sort of fun. Okay.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. Amidst the chaos of James and I running into each other, he had a blow up, and I ran into him hard from coming in upstream. I snagged a buzzbait in that tree. When I got back in and just kind of came down, I'm gonna let you breathe. When I finally got my line back in the water, I threw the fluke in, got this guy. So shoreline foam, getting some better ones, 16 and a half. As we get into, I don't know, it's 5 o'clock, so nice. See you, guy. I still stand by that is an average fish for this place. We've seen so many big ones. It's just in the heat of the day, they just haven't been doing anything. Like, I've had them come over and check out the fluke and sniff at it and just kind of turn away. So I don't know. That one didn't turn away, but that like the last one took a while to kind of dead stick it and let him decide to eat it. Even then, he didn't eat it all the way. Like it was still just right in the lip. But yeah, dead stick in the fluke. Weightless. Let me see if I get off this rock. It's crazy how chaotic it can be with water this low. You'd think high water would be more chaos. Nah, man, just not being able to get through and getting stuck everywhere is far more of a challenge than high water. Trying to film you while drifting down on you. It's not going real well.
That's my best one so far.
Nice. So they're picking up, man.
They're in this tiny little pocket in the middle of this whitewater.
Yeah.
Right where you caught that one, I mean, there was a big blow up while the chaos was going on when you caught one.
Yep.
Not as big as I thought he was.
Is that a buzzbait fish?
Yeah.
Nice. Top water is happening.
He was back just before I died.
How big do you think he was?
Oh, maybe 15.
Nice. So many miles to go. Am I stupid for thinking I want to run this? Yeah, I'm not running that. had me sideways and probably spilled all my gear. It'd be an exciting ride for someone, but not for me today. You know, scouting and portaging is always an option. We're done.
Crammed in here like sardines.
I need the rod tubes. Yeah, gave up that rod box. You know, that doesn't have to sit there, man. I got a tire iron. You want to throw that back there behind you? Jeez. All right, brutal. How many fish did you catch?
I don't know. I probably caught maybe a dozen.
I think I caught 8. We did a little over 10 miles.
About 10, 8 or 10. Yeah. Because I think
the biggest was 6. I got a 16 and a half.
I don't think I got that big. 15 and a half maybe.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I saw a ton of big. You're agreeing with me on this?
Yes.
Like 20 pluses. I'm gonna tell you, if I had to guess, I probably saw 9 that I know, without a doubt. Plus more that I'm like, maybe for sure you're 19.
Yeah, I can tell like lots of fish over 18, like lots of them, and none of them wanted anything to do with me.
Me neither. I think I caught 8 fish.
I didn't count.
I didn't count either. It's just the impression. Anyways, usually when you do a float and between you and your buddy you catch less than 20 fish, you're like, we're never coming back here again. Guess what, man? We're coming back here.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back here when it's higher flow, which makes those fish need to eat more, pushes them to predictable places, and we're thinking about maybe colder weather. Come back with your NRS approach.
If you had more water, I would say yes, but I don't think I'd want to have been in it today.
Oh, the approach today?
Yes.
No, we need to come back, put the approach in, higher flow, one of us on the oars, one of us putting jigs on the bank.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. Let's go.
Dinner.
Dinner? You want dinner?